In last week's video, I said this: underrated Yonex irons. No one buys them. And well, guess what? I bought some. So here they are, Yonex XP irons. I mentioned in my video last week when I talked about overrated and underrated second-hand clubs. Well, Yonex, £100 for the bag, the irons, the woods. I mean, what more could you honestly want? Yes, this is a ridiculous deal, £100 for full set of clubs in the condition that they're in. Fantastic. But that's not to say that, again, Yonex is still an underrated brand, especially in the UK. I'm not too sure about other countries. And you can just get a very good deal on a forgiving beginner set, graphite, cavity back, high launching, forgiving, weight at the back driver. Same with the hybrid, same with the 3-wood. Again, I can't see you really spending much more than £300 on the entire set, even if you were to go on eBay. I'll look up some prices now to give you a bit of an idea. These clubs are about 8 years old, I'd say, something like that. But when you're just looking at something light flex, forgiving, it really doesn't matter. These are going to be very much for your beginner golfer. And to be honest, Yonex as a brand, I would probably recommend for your like beginner golfer or someone that just wants a bit more distance and a bit more carry. Yes, I probably got a better deal on these again because they're like ladies flex, but light flex, there's really no difference. Like guys, if you're looking at getting light flex shafts and everything else to help club head speed and help get launch up, then by all means, let's be honest, like ladies flex is exactly the same. It's just light flex. And ladies out there that are watching the channel, Yonex clubs, like you can get a ridiculous good deal if you're looking now as a lady for a full set of clubs, but you don't want to spend a fortune because you just got into the game. This is it. XP Yonex brand. It's going to be forgiving, it's going to be high launching. They look great. I think aesthetically they look fantastic. They definitely don't look 8 years old. They've aged extremely well. Counterbalance grips on the bottom of there, on the shaft there, so it actually feels lighter than it actually is because more weight is down this end compared to this end. So it's got everything on it, and as I say, £100 for all of that. Well, you can't complain, can you? Okay, so let's go and look around these golf clubs. I've never owned a trolley, and unfortunately that means I'm now carrying this massive cart bag around with me. It's an interesting story with the lady that actually sold me these clubs. She told me that she offered them to other people up at the golf club that she plays at. She saw if the pros up there were interested in them as well. Just no one wanted to touch them, which I do find very interesting considering the quality of these clubs. I mean, there are premium clubs. When they first came out, there was still £100 a stick for the irons. Woods, again, £299. So these are premium golf clubs, and yes, they're 8 years old, but because no one in the UK especially even thinks or contemplates about the idea of Yonex golf clubs, you can really grab yourself a bargain. And even after the video that I did last week, that actually did quite well in terms of views, again, Yonex prices hasn't jumped up so much, just like the Honma, for example. When I did that Honma video on the driver, I kind of destroyed the market on those, which obviously I do want to be careful on. But I do believe the reason why is because it's for the beginners out there, or people that can't hit the ball necessarily a long way. So for example, if you hit your 7-iron at the moment, 100 yards to 120 yards, these are the bad boys. I'm out of breath just walking up with this bag. Need to get down to the gym a lot more. But again, beginner clubs, it's just a dead cert. You're getting ridiculous value, and again, even if you could get this bag for £300, that's a great start to A, fill out your entire bag, and then you can just add to it over time. And the value you're getting from these clubs, just because they're not like a name brand or they're not heavily marketed, it's just such better value. Hole 2 down on the parks here at Sandford. I think you can just about see flag there tucked back left just behind that front bunker. So I think wind's helping a tiny bit downhill. I think 8-iron. 8-iron's the shout. I do find this game very funny because the more you play it, the more you realise that clubs aren't really important when it comes to playing this game well. Downhill, first shot of the day. Beautiful. Haven't hit balls for the last 2 days. 8-iron, half an inch shorter than standard men's length. Ladies flex. I've had a few practice swings, got an idea of what kind of swing to put on it, and I've just hit it pin high at the back. Okay, blocked it a tiny bit right, but it's the right miss on this green with that flag tuck left. And now I've got a 35-foot putt, if I had a putter in this bag, for birdie. And I've stood on this tee so many times with my custom fitted irons over the last 7-8 years, and dunched it short or thinned it out the back or pulled it left. And it's only because I'm now, I know, more confident in my game, no pressure on my game anymore, especially nowadays, that I can just stand there and relax and just put a nice easy one on it. And lo and behold, I start actually playing some half decent golf. The estimated value of this bag is just stupid, because I was just thinking, I've got 11 clubs in here, paid £100, potentially could sell the bag for 20 quid. So let's say I've got the clubs in themselves for 80, 11, or 80 I should say, divided by 11, when it's under £8 a club. Stupid, isn't it? Sad to see a 3-putt on the first hole there. Big hit with the Yonex 4 hybrid. Obviously produces a lot of ball speed as I ran that past 6 foot, and then unluckily missed the one back. Lovely little drive down the middle. I actually hit that out of the hill, but forgiving enough that it came back. No adjustable weights. Overall, it's a really good set to obviously have in anyone's beginner bag, because you can just, at the end of the day, once you've got all of that, just add to it as you go along. Like, I've made enough videos now of how to find clubs that suit your game, whether it's a driver or driving iron or lob wedge, putter, you name it. But as a starting set, I know I've got a ridiculous deal, but a lot of you will be able to find enough out there, especially Yonex wise, and a few of the other name brands that I've told you about over the last couple of weeks, that even if you had these in regular flex graphite or steel, or you had stiff flex in the woods, because no one really looks for Yonex, you're going to get a good deal. And I'm not saying these are the best in the world, but they're definitely going to allow you to start learning golf. There's a quick demonstration on how to keep it under the wind. Just thin it with a 9-iron from 150 out, put it straight at the back. Guys, let me know what you think of this bag. As I say, £100. A lot of you guys message me going, Simon, can you build a bag for £100? Can you build a bag for £200? Can you build a bag for £300? They're out there, and honestly, I can't really do much better than this for £100. It'd be nice if I could have got a trolley thrown in, just to save the bag, and that'd be the only reason why I'm only playing 2 holes. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. If you like this video, leave it a like. Subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.